Hello, I am Dr. Darnita L. Payden, and my purpose is to educate, encourage, and enlighten. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel today. I am so grateful that you are here. Today, I am talking about my 3 a.m. productive day routine. Yes, I said it, 3 a.m. And if you're wondering why the screen suddenly went black, it's because this is an actual recording of my bedroom. I keep it that dark so that I can sleep. People often ask, well, why do you get up so early? Well, I'm going to tell you. At 3 a.m., who wants to talk to me? No one. At 3 a.m., who needs me? No one. At 3 a.m., who is emailing me? Okay, that could be anybody. And it could be someone texting me at 3 a.m., but I can guarantee you that I won't be answering. When I wake up at 3 a.m., it gets the day started the way I like. I like to ease into my day. And I am a firm believer that the way that we wake up in the morning is the way that we set the pace for our day, for the level of success that we will have that day. I'm that person. I cannot and do not like to be startled awake. So I don't use an alarm clock. I use an app called Sleep Cycle, and it gently wakes you up with this really calming music. But what I found is I'm so used to it now that I don't even need it, but I set it just in case I oversleep. But it wakes you up gently. That blaring alarm, that no. I would literally have to get up and throw the alarm clock across the room because the alarm clock is across the room. Throw it the other way. And so again, I like to gently ease into my morning. And so when I wake up at 3 a.m., the first thing I do is prayer and Bible devotion. And I use the YouVersion app for that. So I spend an hour or two in prayer, just being really quiet. And then I read my devotion. And again, using the app, it gives you a scripture to read and then a story called the devotion to read as well. And it always comes with a verse of the day. So after I've spent an hour or two talking to God and listening, I start to move myself on out of the bed. Yes, I generally stay in bed for an hour or two after I wake up. And then I start with my gratitude. I thank God, first of all, that He woke me up, that I'm breathing, that I can talk to Him, that our house didn't burn down, that people didn't break in, that there wasn't a water pipe to burst, that we still have lights and electricity, and my family is still with me. And also just be grateful that when you put your feet to the floor, you can stand. Or when you open your eyes, you can see, or you slept well that night. So find some way to start your day with gratitude as well. So it's now about 4 or 5, depending on how long I've been in prayer. And I am ready for my workout. And I always lay out my workout clothes the night before. Again, we're easing. Right? I don't want to have to spend time looking for them and putting them together. And although I'm at home and no one is seeing me when I'm working out inside, I still like to coordinate. And if you saw the shorts that I did on my workout, you'll see that I had a pink outfit. Lay my clothes out the night before. If I'm working out doing a strength training exercise that day, I want to make sure that my weights are somewhere accessible. I don't have to go get them. I want to have the workout that I'm doing right there in front of me. Again, we're easing. And if I'm doing cardio, then I want to already have selected the video that I'm going to use or the DVD that I'm following. And when it starts to get light really early again, 6 a.m., I'll start my 4 to 7, 8, 9, 10 mile walk. Depends on how I'm feeling that day and if my knees are being disrespectful or not. That determines how long I'll walk with my walking group. So we like to get out at 6 a.m. as early as possible, again, because it's quiet and it's beautiful. And the city is, sometimes still sleeping. There are a few people out there, but again, since we're easing. So if I'm working out inside again, I go ahead and get that done. And that takes anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. So we're either somewhere about 5 or 6, depending again what time I got out of bed. And then it is time to get ready for the day. And I know some of you are really fancy. You get dressed to the nines, you do the hair, you do the makeup, you put on all the clothes. No, I am leisure. I am generally Zoom dressed, right? Everyone, you know what Zoom dress is. You dress from the top up, you put on your jewelry, make sure your hair is decent, a nice top, and then you're comfortable on the bottom with the pajamas or the yoga pants. That's me. It is a rarity that I'm fully dressed, but sometimes it happens. I say a prayer before I go into my office to be successful, to be able to help my clients, to have business, to do things well. And you pray for other businesses and connections and things like that, and check my emails. And I want to check my texts and see what it is that I need to do for the day. And then I ask God to help me through the day on the task that I have to get done. And I try and focus on 3 major tasks. And if I have more time, remember I told you all, I've seen some of your task lists and you have 1 through 20 things, and then you get overwhelmed and discouraged because you can't finish them all. So try and focus on 3, maybe 5 major tasks for that day. I only like to work on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. If I have to, a couple hours on Friday. I like to take Saturday, except for when I post my YouTube video, but that just takes minutes and to comment and be active on that. Sundays and Mondays, you all know that Mondays and I have an understanding. So I like to have the weekend plus Monday off. So I will put in longer days, just depends on what it is that I need to get done. But I need to compress my work week into those 3 or 4 days. And it's always important, make sure that you take breaks. And I'm standing most of the day. I really sit at my desk. As you notice in my videos, I'm standing. So make sure that you take breaks during the day. Take a step outside to enjoy God's beauty. Take a moment to check in with your family. You don't want to just be go all the time. You want to make sure that you still enjoy the day while you're getting those tasks completed. And so I factor that in as well. Want to make sure that you're staying hydrated. So I always have water next to me, and you want to make sure that you're getting your meals. Now, if you are a person who eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then you want to factor those in and schedule time for that. I do intermittently fast, and so I don't eat until late in the afternoon, early evening. But you have to do what works for you. Close down for the day. I set my day for tomorrow for my to-do list with the 3 to 5 tasks that I'm going to do for the next day. Make sure that I've checked off all the things that I needed to do for that day. It's time for dinner. And just like I do for my workout and for planning everything else, I want to know what it is that I'm going to eat. There is nothing worse, of course there is, but when I'm talking about eating, there's nothing worse than being hungry and then not knowing what you want to eat or what you have to eat. So you want to make sure that you have something ready to eat, because if you don't, that's when you tend to make the poor decisions and the poor choices. And here's a tip to overcome making those poor choices and poor decisions: don't bring it in. I love Twinkies. I think if you watch videos from a year and a half ago, I talk about the fact that I really love a Twinkie, but if I don't bring them in, then I can't eat them. And I used to bring them to my car and leave them in the trunk. And I thought that my L gene, that's a lazy gene, would prevent me from going all the way to the car to get them. And many days it did, but some days I lost. So I just determined to not even bring in things that I know will tempt me. So I like to stock my home with vegetables and fruits when I'm eating a lot of fruit, or lean meats and things like that. And so that way I'm not tempted. Now, when I want it, I just eat it. But if I don't bring it in, but if I want it, then I have to go get it. So that's just a tip to make sure that you can stay on the eating plan that's the best for you. Don't deny yourself to the point that, you're eating everything. So make sure that, when it's time for your meals, that you've already planned out what you want to eat. Every day, all I basically have to do is assemble my salad, because I've already put everything, prepackaged. My salad is in a bag. My tomatoes are ready. My cucumbers there. I have my olives, my cheese, my chicken, my bacon, whatever is going on my salad that day. My eggs are already boiled. Or if you can afford it, and I'm not big on paying a lot for convenience foods, but there's such a thing as pre-boiled eggs, and they're already shelled for you. You may have to put that one in the budget. I bulk cook, so I just need to make sure that I've defrosted my chicken or my roast or whatever the meat is that I'm going to eat that day, if I'm eating a meat. And again, make sure that I always have my water, and then I'm ready for my meal. And I'm not hurried. I'm not rushed. I don't really have to make decisions because I limit what I eat to a few things. So I know I'm either going to eat this or that, and I don't have to figure out what it is I'm going to eat. And so after dinner, I like to, again, check in with family and friends and relax. I don't watch television, and I watch YouTube videos occasionally. But what I do is I only watch those. I give myself one day a week where I can just watch whatever it is I want. And that is on Saturday. And so during the week after work and after my meal, I want to get ready for the night. And you all know that I love pajamas. So, after taking my shower and just sort of, again, relaxing into the evening, then I am getting ready for bed. I do I forgot to tell you, I do a midday devotion at 3:00. So I make sure that I take a break then. And then somewhere around 6:30 or 7, I'm getting ready for bed because I get up at 3 a.m. I generally go to bed about 7:30. And so again, just as I don't like to rush into my morning, I don't like to rush into my night. I don't like to be hurried. And this is another tip. Let people know your schedule so that they won't encroach on what you do. My family and friends know that I go to bed early. They know that I get up early. So trying to, put a late task on me that needs my help, short of an emergency, of course, because you always want to be compassionate and helpful. We can't be too rigid. But most of my family and friends know that about 7:30 that it's just good night. It's time to go to bed. And before I go to bed, I also do a nighttime devotion. So I do 3 devotions, one in the morning, one at 3, and then one just before I go to bed. So that's sort of the last thing that I'm thinking of. And then I go to sleep and I do that all over again. Now, if I want to, again, because we're not working on being rigid, if I want to sleep till 4 or 5, then I'll do that. But my goal is to wake up at 3 a.m. And again, start your day with gratitude, and it really does shape the way that your day goes. So I hope that this video was beneficial to you. I hope that it was helpful and that you could use the tips that I gave you, that it will help you to ease into your day, to be productive during your day, and then ease into your evening and your bedtime routine as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel. Before you leave, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. And please share this video and help someone with this content. I would greatly appreciate it. And if no one has told you how awesome you are today, I want you to know that you are absolutely, positively awesome. Take care. God bless. Bye.